Hit it.
All right. Hi, everybody. It's Rebecca and Stefanie Krievins from the Change Management Crash Course. We're great to talk to Stefanie today about leading through change. Stefanie, thanks for joining me.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Stefanie, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I run executive coaching programs and group and team coaching programs that help leaders lead through change. Fix their hot messes and become a pro troublemaker, which are people that I affectionately call those folks in our workplace that are too something, right? Too aggressive, too results oriented, too process oriented, too analytical, too people centered, and we need to help them show up in a more effective way to really drive change, because the good intentions behind pro troublemakers is that they want to change the world. They want to do something really important and impactful, and they don't know how to do that and show up effectively to work with other people.
Wow, that's fantastic. I think it's a great need too. So great work.
Yeah.
Lead through change this week. So one of the things that I've kind of been struggling with too is trying to figure out, how do you do all the things, right? How do you figure out, manage your way through stress that comes as pretty evident part of change. So for the thing that I try this week, can you give me a recommendation of something that I can try to help manage through change?
You get to give you homework?
Yes, please do. I'm asking for homework because I'm not crazy.
All right. So I want to share with you something simple but not easy. And I think this is something that stops change dead in our tracks because we don't know how to articulate what we need to move forward. Mm-hmm. So what I want to encourage you to do is whenever you're feeling tense in a meeting or with other people or in the middle of a specific piece of work that you're working on, even when you're by yourself, so you feel the tension, the frustration coming up, the even on the opposite side of it, like you're so excited about something you can barely contain yourself and you've kind of derailed yourself for the day because you're so happy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that happens. Does that happen?
Oh, it happens.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Just stop and pause and say, what do I need to move forward right now? Mm-hmm. And listen to what your intuition tells you in the moment, and then go and do it.
That's, what I love about that, again, I feel like something that's very simple. So I just have to remind myself to make sure in the moment not to get overwhelmed by the stress of the situation and bring myself back to center. So I think it's a great recommendation. Yes. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this for a week, and I'm going to report back to everybody on how this went. And so you'll see a blog post from me in about a week that'll talk about this experience. I'll keep a little journal so I can kind of keep track of how often I remind myself
All
to
right.
do this.
Great accountability.
Yes. I've got to do that because I don't want to drift away back into stress land. So I want to do the best I can through managing through some other changes that are happening around in life. So, Stefanie, tell me a little bit more about this crash course that you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have a virtual change management crash course coming up. This is for leaders who need help better understanding what does it really take to drive, make, create change in their organization. So 6 virtual sessions every other Friday starting October 11th from 10 to noon. Eastern Standard Time, and you're going to be with a group of other leaders who are struggling with the same thing, right? Like many people want to start with plans for change. Some folks don't even start with plans. They just go for it and start doing stuff. Mm-hmm. That's one way, right? Yep. So many folks start with a plan. The plan goes off the rails. We don't know how to get back to what's important about that plan. So I want to teach you how to do that. And if you're not a planner, the importance of having a plan before you get started. So I hope that you will consider joining us. It's a small group training program, so really intimate. You're going to get your needs met as well as be able to contribute to helping answer the questions and the problems that other leaders have as well.
Fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to Stefanie's program here under this post. And so feel free to reach out to Stefanie to get more information about this amazing crash course that she's doing. So I think it sounds would be helpful to any leader managing through intense change like most people are doing these days. Yep. And so thanks so much, Stefanie, for joining me and giving me something to do this week. So I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But the rest of you guys, think about how you manage and lead through change and things you can do to kind of change how you approach the stress of the situation. And maybe you'll try the same thing I'm trying this week on Stefanie's recommendations. So feel free to reach out, comment below about things that you've experienced in relation to this or what you related to. So thank you again, Stefanie, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks.